Arc salute to you all out there, and welcome back to another episode of Summer Shenanigans Season 6. And in today's episode, it's going to be slightly different. I didn't expect to get jumped into a game like this, but I'm going to be playing Rocket League because, one, I just feel like playing Rocket League, and two, because I want to talk about a rant/story that I have. Because it's something that happened today, and I just wanted to talk about it because, honestly, I needed to. Anyway, I'm gonna try and multitask, but, if things go wrong, then things go wrong. Okay, so me and my friends were hanging out today, right, as you do, and, nice, alright, and we wanted to get dinner. Of course, we had a little debate on, like, oh, what do we want for dinner? We had no idea. Eventually, we landed on Steak and Shake. And so where I live, there's only one Steak and Shake in the entire state. And let me tell you that going there was the biggest mistake we could ever make. We all decide, we eventually drive over there, we're there, and we're in the drive-thru, this place looked super run down. I mean, it's probably been a few years, since it's been there, like a pretty old place, I would say. But it was like, I kind of got some bad vibes from the start. But regardless, we still got it anyways, because we still, went with it because we were hungry, right? And so, we ordered, and I kind of got some more vibes because we ordered, it was me and my group of friends, so we had to order, 5 different things. Which, that on its own is not the hardest of requests, but considering when we started ordering the first 2 things, the guy who was taking our order was thoroughly confused, I got worried. But regardless, we just kind of kept trekking on. That was a bad hit, whatever. Nice. And so we roll up to we get our order fulfilled, we roll up to the window, and we pay, and the guy's like, hey, can you pull up into this parking spot? And we can bring your food out to you. Which, in and of itself, that isn't bizarre, considering we're getting 5 meals. And, that's a lot of food. I was looking in the window, and, this dude looked like he was alone. Honestly, it looked like an empty kitchen. I didn't see any other employees, so I was starting to get extremely worried at this point. I don't know. This whole time I was like, this is weird. I don't like where this, what's happening right now. I don't know. Everything was going, seemed like it was going wrong. That was bad. I just got obliterated, Jesus. But yeah, so, whole thing. God, what am I trying to say? So we pull up into the parking spot and we're waiting, and a couple minutes pass, and that seems kind of normal, but we still haven't gotten our food yet. I'd say maybe 10-20 minutes pass. We end up getting our our drinks and our shakes. No straws, by the way, just the drinks and the shakes. But anyway, so we were like, alright, cool, we'll just, wait a few more minutes and our food will come out. Another, maybe 10 minutes pass and our food still hasn't come out. And at this point, other cars are rolling into the drive-thru. And so we're like, okay, this is kind of bizarre. Because at this point, it had been, maybe 30 minutes and we still hadn't gotten food. At that point, I started looking up, I don't know how I scored that. I started looking up reviews, Yelp reviews. And so, let me put my other headphone on. I'd started looking up Yelp reviews, and this place had 2 stars, and all the reviews were saying, food took forever to come out, you know, it was cold by the time it came out, workers were, like, the service was really unsatisfactory, and, like, at this point, I was like, it looks like we're gonna be here for a while. You know, maybe about 45 minutes pass, we still haven't gotten our food. You know, at this point, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's probably they're just taking a while, like, they're probably a little bit overstaffed, because it turns out, I believe by the end of it, we figured out there were 3 workers from what we could see, which was absurd, because this is like 6 p.m., like prime time dinner hours, you know, that seemed super bizarre. But anyways, we're waiting there for about like an hour. Other cars are there, and this other car is in the drive-thru, and they start honking. And so me and my friends are looking back. We're like, "What the heck is going on?" And I swear to you, the employee came out of the window and started kind of yelling at this poor woman, probably with her kids, from what I could tell. And I'm pretty sure this person eventually leaves without her food. But I don't even know if she got a refund, but like she disappears. So I have no idea where she went. And you know, other cars roll up, and we still haven't gotten our food at this point, and it was maybe like an hour to an hour and a half. And so at this point, we're starting to worry. And so we decide around like the hour and the hour and a half mark, because at this point there are other cars, and they are getting food before us. That's unfortunate. And, you know, 2 cars have gotten food before us, so we decide to go up to the lobby, you know, ask the employees what's kind of going on. We go up to the lobby, and the door's locked, so we go to another door, and one of the employees, who is just sitting in a booth, I'm assuming is possibly on her break, but I also assume has a kid with her, because there was a small child sitting with her, at least from what I could tell. And she comes out and she says, "Sorry, the lobby's closed. You can go through the drive-thru." And at this point, I was hungry and also very angry. And so I'm like, "Yeah, we know your lobby's closed. We've been waiting over an hour for our food, and we still haven't gotten it." And she says, "Well, I'm not in the kitchen right now. I don't know what's going on." And so that kind of pissed me off, because there were 3 people in that entire Steak and Shake, and 2 of them were in the kitchen, not doing anything. And so we go back to our car, and we kind of wait. Other people are getting food before us. Other people are coming through the drive-thru. And at this point, it's like, this is bizarre, because we had gotten to the 2-hour mark, and we still didn't get our food. So at this point, me and my friends are getting really hungry and really angry, so we decide to go through the drive-thru to see what's going on. It takes us probably about another 20 to, I'd say like 10, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to even get to the talk box of the drive-thru, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, the actual, like, ordering machine. And by then, we get up there, and it's like, "Hey, we've been here for over, like, 2 hours, and we still haven't gotten food. What's up with that?" And so eventually, they respond, and they're like, "Oh, you still haven't gotten your food?" Like, the dude sounded confused, as if he was like, "Oh, didn't we give you your food?" It's like, "No, you didn't." And so they were like, "Oh, well, we can give you a refund." And we're like, or like, we can remake it, or we can give you a refund. And so we, of course, asked for the refund, because all of my friends were like, "Yeah, we're not waiting almost 3 hours at this point for you to possibly mess up our order, because we just want our food." And so we just asked for the refund, because at this point, we're just going to go to another place. It takes us probably another, excuse me, it takes us probably another 20 minutes to get to the actual window. And in front of us, they are messing up orders. I heard they forgot the milkshake of the car that was right in front of us. Like, everything was going, like, absolutely anything that could go wrong was going wrong. At this point, it was unbelievable, and, like, we were getting extremely pissed off. And so we finally get to the window, and the lady hands us a receipt, which, by the way, we had not gotten a receipt this whole time. This whole time we had no receipt, so we had, like, no way of really refunding or, like, getting a refund. That's gonna go in nice. I'm doing horribly. Anyway, we had no way of getting a refund because we never got a receipt, and so they hand us a receipt and they say, "Is this your order?" And we go, "Yes." So they kind of go, like, and this is the lady that told us that the lobby is closed. Said that, asked, or showed us the receipt and said, "Is this your order?" Yada yada yada. And so, you know, it takes them another 5 minutes, and they start remaking the order, even though we explicitly said we want a refund. So then, the guy who first took our order comes to the window and says, "Well, if it took you that long, how come you didn't, like notify us and, you know, say that our food is in here?" And all three of us that were in the car responded with, "We did." That lady that was in the window, who I can only assume is the manager, did not convey that someone had come up to the lobby and said, "We have been waiting for an hour for our food." And they did not reciprocate that with each other, which is ridiculous on its own. But so then they try and remake the food, even though we had explicitly said, "Hey, we want a refund." And so they come out asking, like, "Oh, did you have everything on this burger?" And we go, "Yes, but we want a refund, not for you to remake our food." Because at this point, it was getting ridiculous, and we weren't really about to. That's unfortunate. Oh, what is? Oh, never mind. We are not about to let you take 3 hours to give us our food and then screw it up. So we said we just want a refund, and they said, "Oh, well, we are more than happy to remake it for you, but we'll give you the refund." Like, passive aggressively, as if it was our fault that they messed up. At this point, me and my friends are just absolutely livid, because this is ridiculous. I had been writing a whole Yelp review about how bad this service was. We had been writing, oh my god. I wrote to the Steak and Shake website with feedback on this location, because this was ridiculous. Like, I was upset, and so were all of my friends. But, like, I think that's what really tipped us off, was that we were blamed for not getting our food because we didn't notify them, even though we did, and your manager didn't do anything. So that, on its own, pissed us all off. That's unfortunate. Good job. And so we get our refund and we leave. At this point, it had been near 4 hours. Not 4 hours, sorry. Nearly 3 hours of waiting for food. And by the way, this is another add-on. We ended up getting milkshakes and a couple of drinks. So me and my friends got milkshakes. And two of us had felt really sick after drinking the milkshakes. And I still felt a little queasy, like, hours afterwards. I'm almost 100% certain that milkshake stuff was expired, because I drank it after maybe, like, the 2 hour wait, because I was kind of waiting for our food, but eventually, it didn't come out. And it was, it was disgusting. It was honestly disgusting. And so we ended up finally leaving after we got our refund and going to, of all places, McDonald's, because we had a feeling that it would be, that's unfortunate, I definitely didn't put that in, that McDonald's would have been, honestly, one of the most reliable restaurants that was nearby that we could go to. And we get there, and I'm actually going to quit out so I can finish off this story, because I'm very close to finishing it, but those are some pretty good rounds. We get there, and, you know, we're still ranting about it because we're still kind of angry. And we get up to the drive-thru, and the guy says, can you give us just a minute, you know? The drive-through people always say, like, give us a minute, we just need to get ready for your order, you know? And so I jokingly said, please don't let this take an hour. I have no idea if the guy heard that, but here's what the guy heard. Me and my friends continue to rant about this place, and unknowingly, the guy on the intercom system comes back, and we hear him laughing like crazy. And so he heard us ranting about this place. And so we make our order, and the guy asks eventually after we make our order, what restaurant did you go to? Because we told him about the whole thing. And he said, what restaurant did you go to in order for you, like, what restaurant was so bad that you had to come here for it to be better? And, like, you know, we told him that it was Steak and Shake, and he's like, oh, I've never been. Guess I won't be going now. But it was all good. That guy made us super happy. He was super nice. So shout out to those McDonald's workers, because they made this whole trip, like, super worth it. Like, that whole 3 hours was fixed in a matter of 5 minutes alone. And that was honestly amazing. But yeah, that is my whole rant about Steak and Shake in in Colorado, where I am. That is absolutely atrocious. If you are in the Colorado area, do not go to that Steak and Shake. I repeat, do not go to that Steak and Shake. It is awful. I will say I did go in previous years. I think around like 2018, it was not that bad. If you go now, do not go. It is so bad. You will not get your food. They will get your food wrong, and just overall, it is a horrible time. At least from my experience. If you want to go and test it out, like, just go for it. I don't even know. But my personal recommendation: do not go there. I don't even know what the food tastes like, because I haven't had it in a couple years, and I didn't even get my food that day. Today, so yeah. Anyways, that's the end of my rant. I hope that made most sense, because I was kind of focused on the game at the same time. But I wanted to try something different instead of just, doing face-to-face ranting to the camera, because I didn't want to do that for you guys. And plus, also, I like playing Rocket League, so I thought I'd do something cool for you guys. But if you guys enjoyed this episode and would like to see either more of me ranting or me playing more Rocket League, first of all, I do stream this game occasionally on my Twitch. I will link that down below, as I do occasionally. I should just do that from now on. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I can play this more on the channel. I think I might just end up like streaming this instead, because I don't think it's a YouTube type game, like the way that I'm doing it right now. But I just thought it was between this and Smash, and I thought this would be the better choice. But yeah, if you want to see more rants, if you want to see more Rocket League, leave a comment letting me know. If I can ever find more stuff to rant about, I'm sure I can. But yeah, and if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to leave a comment. Actually, comment like if you guys have ever had a bad restaurant or fast food experience. I want to know. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notifications of goodness, let me try that again. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notifications of when I upload next. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.